Hey, what is going on, guys? It's NegativeAE, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. Last we left off, my audio stopped working, so there's a lot of stuff going on with that video, but I caught that video, so it was good. Let's see what happens in this class trial. Damn it, am I really not good enough? Am I a no good as detective? I can't do this, I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it.
Yeah, but you gotta figure out how it's done to figure out who.
Focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Good point.
Where he was killed? Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found. When we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred. Murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? Huh. That's strange. Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Of course, Gonta. Where have you been? That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Kawa under the bridge?
If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's too soon to quit. Class trial has only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Alright, here we go. Lots of editing for me, because I have no idea where he died. Piece of fabric.
Let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got the
Cool rules.
But the cause of death was drowning. There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowning toilets? Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is...
Got it. Dude, I didn't have to edit that one bit. That was a... I knew exactly which one.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
True.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying.
What the fuck?
Morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror and lipstick before I quietly leave.
What the fuck?
After you leave, do I realize how much you really miss
What the fuck?
Being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Oh, dude, fuck you.
Anyway,
Patriots
we can
fucking
conclude
rock.
it's
You're the
impossible
Jets.
for
Get
him
the
to
fuck
have
out of
drowned
here.
in the pool.
Yes.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. Fuck. Can't be killed in the piranha tank. That's not where he died. He didn't die here. These accounts don't do anything. Water tank trick. Sink, net cable, piece of fabric, bulls. Where to sing him on? None of these are places for him to die. Unless he died in the sink.
This is The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
What the fuck? The handcuffs? Handcuffs.
This is it!
Good.
The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sort of look like they've been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks in the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank.
Uh-huh.
I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
Yes.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink.
Yes.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma?
Yeah.
He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing.
Yeah.
Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's knocked the bones. I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
I would not be surprised if it was anybody, really.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
What the
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink.
What the
in his
fuck
lab.
was that? What was that?
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
That was just like...
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
What was that?
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there?
And why is it freaking me out so much?
Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? That.
There!
The window. The only thing that leads out of the room.
The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
Yeah.
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab.
Yes.
And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete! Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier.
Uh-huh.
The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder. That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead
A
ends
journey.
since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Yes.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Kokichi, you're being suspicious right now. Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, this case is becoming clear. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. And then I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. Oh, Psych Taxi. Oh, dude, it's like the skateboarding game, kinda. When Psych Taxi, the objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes to form a question. Press the X button to accelerate, and the left or right stick to move left and right. By picking up letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you'll head towards the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in their car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. And there'll be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you'll take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use R1 to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Drive safely, enjoy the ride. Please respond at your earliest convenience. This might be a little bit hard for me. Okay. 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 We're doing real well. I wonder what happens if you go off-roading. Okay. The body was brought from where? Uh-huh. What are my answers? Lab window? Good. Wow, this is like fucking... Why am I playing like Gran Turismo? Let's go. Playing some Forza. In my Danganronpa game. It honestly reminds me of like, I don't know if you guys played back in the day. Probably not. None of you are that old, right? Freaking, God, it started with an O. It was like Outlast or something. Or not, it was not Outlast. I don't know what it was. It was a game where you were just this red car you were driving down. It was like a sunset. Overdrive or some shit. It was so peaceful. The body was brought to the gym from where? The gym window. We've already established that it somehow had to do with the gym window. My bad. I didn't mean to run into shit. Wow, this is an interesting turn of events. I actually like this game a lot. We have 7 minutes left? Oh, okay. I'm messing up. It's okay. We could have gotten a lot of letters there. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we got other cars on the road now. I think it was like Sunset Overdrive, but it was like real old. There's a lot of like racing games that I like actually. I don't know if I'm very good at racing games, but I like playing them because like it's like different. I was gonna try to get both of them, but that didn't happen, did it? Did Monokuma just get in the way of my shit? Get out of here, Monokuma. How was it moved for the classroom? There's a rope, right? You couldn't have gone through the pool because the pool's off limits. That was a fun game. I like that game. I don't know if I'll skip it or not.
I
but
got it.
it's fun.
Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Uh-huh.
Directly? Don't tell me
With
they
a
threw
rope,
the body
right?
From window to window.
There's like a...
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
Yeah. That is...
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
Yeah.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Yeah.
Huh? Equipment?
There was a tennis cable, like, rope thing, but, like...
Equipment. They can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Yeah, but, like, how would they attach... Oh, there's like another rope.
There!
Oh. I was talking about the tennis cable rope.
Could have been used to connect the
Not a rope.
There was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Arturo can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Arturo knows the answer.
Huh.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet.
Uh-huh.
And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
God damn it, me.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Yes.
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
Uh-huh.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
Yeah.
No, don't think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Uh-huh. Okay. The net cable.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
Impossible, sorry. No, I'm sure there was another rope. Or at least, there was something that could be used as a rope. Do I have it here? Yeah, right here.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
first, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move
Yes.
and tie cable to other window.
Interesting.
Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together.
Yes.
That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Wait, how?
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it!
Okay.
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Uh-huh.
But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
You got it. Tell us already.
Thank you,
Add the
Hibika.
body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank.
Yes.
stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
I have massive suspicion on Kokichi right now.
Tarzan?
Just because it's the end of the trial, he's acting a little bit so suspicious.
They also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Yeah.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Okay. Just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Okay. You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit may not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they would have wanted to get as close as possible to the window. The problem is, how did they get near it? All we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the two windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. To make that work, they'd have to use something else. But what would that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
Did you think that it could be...
It all starts with you.
And by did you think... Do you also think that it might be... Angie?
You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event.
Because I think this chapter has something to do with heaven, or whatever. And that would make sense because she's a god character person. She's like...
Save everyone.
And then on top of that...
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you.
She's the only one that had access really to the gym. And Himiko is probably innocent because she was just trying to do her magic trick. I'm curious. That would really suck if it was Angie. If it's Angie, it really sucks for me. Something was used to... Come on, think. Hangman's Gambit. I did it. I did it. It was ropeway.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that?
Wow, you got drain damage or something? You need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, there was the thing. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind mine will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer would be completely covered by pieces. Use the left stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the X button. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. Adjacent pieces will change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of an object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong objects, the influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can press X button repeatedly to break it. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash. It may sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it. Thank you. Alright, so like color match. I think it's this way, right? Get this one.
I see it. It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found. The inner tube?
Yes.
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Uh-huh.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people.
Interesting.
The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to
Holy shit.
Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more safe and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
How would they have left though? Wait a second.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds...
Because both the gym...
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules?
Thank you, Korekio.
It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Yeah.
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit!
I mean, you don't have to answer, Monosuke.
You didn't put your foot in your mouth.
What? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
God fucking
Cut
damn.
it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Amazing adventure. Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
It's actually the truth.
Pops?
Oh, Daddy's mad at you now.
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Huh.
Monodon's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodon. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Come on. The trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
Yep.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yep.
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Now, how would you get back though? Can someone ask that question?
Ropeway murder! Some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
They couldn't though.
Not necessarily.
All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway.
Yeah.
Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
Uh-huh.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Yes.
This is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
Yeah.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
Because you couldn't go in the pool.
An accident?
Yes.
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
Because you can't go to the pool. What the fuck? It was nighttime.
That's it. Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
Uh-huh.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope.
Yeah.
The steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It's different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water is still too low to drag tube in.
I can see why I just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Yeah.
Huh? What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't... Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
Ah, Mew. Mew.
Actually, save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
Yes.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Though I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
So it's not correct, yo. Because he's respecting the culprit. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
Uh-huh.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
Okay.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, you already know who the culprit is?
I think it's Angie. Could be Kokichi, though.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
Or it could be you. I mean, you were my first thought.
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
It could be you.
Believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Because you weren't there. No anal narrows from the subjects. Okay, so there's a couple people it could be. It could be you. So go. Uh-oh, is something wrong? Remember everyone's alibis. Do you think the person really made mechanism at the gym? Thinks I'm a fraud. Do you think that person really made the mechanism at the gym? So, Miyu. Something wrong.
I was wrong!
There's no way. She was honestly one of the last people that I was like, oh, maybe not. But it was really elaborate. Fuck.
It has to be you. There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me.
Okay.
If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
Good, because I don't think it's you.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision?
Sure.
I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Okay. Interesting.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think
I think I know which one to hit already.
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
preposterous? That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared, didn't you two?
Well, now I'm
Now could have,
curious.
Except perhaps Goto.
I got it. This is looking bad.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi.
Oh, shit.
Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window. That required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion.
Okay.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty
Oh,
feeling
it's not
created
looking
from
good for you,
nihilism.
girl. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for you.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
Advance.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception. but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Got it.
Your words.
Took me a second, but I got it.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh?
It's not looking good.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is
It's
doing
not
it for
looking
your
good.
sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone!
For everyone.
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
It's the flashback flashlight. What did she mean by everyone? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about? I've just got a weird feeling about this.
Uh-huh.
When you said everyone, felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
It's the classic Mikan case. Fucking Angie's fucking ridiculous, dude. I love her.
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die.
Is it really not gonna be her?
I promised to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid.
She's lying out of her ass.
I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
Honestly.
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryuma.
If they change it to someone else, I'd be super surprised.
She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
Cricket with
We are screwed up.
the thoughts.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Or maybe that's what she wants everybody to do.
Maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit?
But
there is no evidence to indicate that I am.
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit.
Dude, Suichi's badass.
That the ropeway was used to move the body.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
Yeah.
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
Dude.
You don't even listen to others.
Toxic.
Lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Uh-huh.
You can't save anyone.
Toxic. Dude, that's no more doubts. Not anymore. Oh God, what is it? What haven't we used yet? Black Window, Work Case, Insect Meet and Greet we've used, Go Into Account we've used. Have we used yeah, we have. Water Trick Tank, Scratch Sink we've used. Found it.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know it's an
you.
piece of the puzzle.
It was. She was kind of the last person I suspected, though.
It's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic? There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What?
Someone should really get rid of me. I'm too good at this.
Black cloth is just trash. You can't prove
Like, you would think that.
just that.
You would think that the first person that you would want to get rid of is me.
No, it's not just trash.
But no,
It's you're the culprit.
don't do it. Go after other people. I'll just keep being me. Detecting everything. Make it all clear now. Oh, here we go.
You are incorrect. What is this?
Oh, jeez, this is gonna be hard.
That is just
Miss.
empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this?
What the fuck?
That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it.
The whole shit was weird, but I did it.
Trash prove.
It ends here.
Oh my god. Interesting.
The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Over.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Interesting.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and...
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Angie's so great.
What's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means someone has to be sacrificed. Kade was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it, and kept thinking, and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Alright guys, this is the closing bit. I'm gonna skip past this and I'll show you guys the end. Peace.
This is the truth of the
Alright guys, here we go.
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. they used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burning had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
Bye, girl. That was cute.
Whole story. Am I wrong, Hirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
That was interesting. I thought she would have gone like way different. I did not think she would go of her own volition.
Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Hirumi. Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This race was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
You don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects. That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodem, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
All right. Wow. Crazy. I totally thought she would have gone like a different way. Unless she actually did go the way I thought she would have gone, which is being told to. Because I thought for sure someone would tell her to do that, or to do something, and then that's why she would. It would only make sense, but. Someone picked me? Who picked me?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Someone picked me. Who's the troll? Who's the troll that picked me? Wow, that was interesting. I kind of suspected her in the beginning, so it was kind of like a. That's interesting. All right, guys, that's it. I didn't have to retry once that one. And we got a decent amount of coins. It's like 200 coins. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button. We'll continue this in the next episode if you're around and want to see what happens to her, because gosh, it wasn't as crazy as the first one, but I don't think anything, I can't think of anything that would beat the first one. That made me like have to rethink life. So these next ones are just gonna be like, oh, okay, it's the person I didn't expect. That was interesting. I definitely thought it was Kaito. They set Kaito up for failure, but I think he passed that one. Anyway, guys, we'll talk to you guys later, and peace out.